Getting ready to head to a funeral. Yeah, funeral. It's for my. It was a rider buddy of ours that was in a motorcycle accident here. Don't know the full details of what happened, so I'm not going to disclose any information, especially that I don't know. We saw a message in the chat saying that someone was hit on the same night that he said he was going out. Said it was rushed to the hospital, and we kind of waited, and later on it came up to be him. The next day, sadly, we were informed that he didn't make it, and man, it really sucks. Especially, I mean, he's a young guy, he's a Marine. He was very outgoing. He loved to ride, and I mean, like, I'm new to motorcycles, but you know, I don't overstep my boundaries. I'm not saying that was what happened in his situation, but I also got to be safe on these roads, man, because people don't look, especially if you're on a motorcycle. Like, you have to make yourself be seen on a motorcycle, especially here. Gonna head there now, and I mean, sadly, it's a funeral, man. Everyone, if you're riding a bike, be safe. There's no protection on that thing besides the body protection that you wear, but that only goes so far. You have a helmet that's protecting your head. It's not protecting your neck, your body extremities, your body parts at all. So be careful. I say this to myself even when I'm riding mine. Like, sometimes, you know, you get out there, you get in the mood, you get in the groove, but you have to remember, it's two wheels. And I mean, I pray for his family, his condolences, and friends. We're all grieving right now that this happened to him, such a young person, and like, it just really sucks. But I'm gonna get to this funeral and see you guys there.
Honoring Sergeant Cook and all the good that he has done, we are also strengthened and lifted up by the military ceremonies and traditions that we carry out. In death, we are confronted with the realization of our own mortality, the short and fragile nature of this life. Our thoughts in times like this are often compelled and transcend beyond lesser things and consider greater things in life, eternal realities, our relationships with others, relationship with God. Given this human experience of these transcendent thoughts, this memorial service contains elements that take on the character of a divine religious program, a religious service. Honoring the background of Isaac Cook and his family, we draw words of inspiration from the sacred texts of the Judeo-Christian tradition. And so we read those often familiar words of Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me by still waters. He restores my soul. Refreshing and hopeful words, indeed, these are, for the crestfallen and for the defeated soul. I recall the words of a woman of deep faith in eternal life who was so certain and hopeful that there was indeed a peaceful place of green pastures, near restful waters, in the land of truth and in the light of God, that she said to her friend, who did not share the same belief and had been grieving over the death of her infant baby for over a year, "Why are you still grieving?" she said to her friend. Laugh and recall happy memories, for memories are kind. When we look back, even at the bad times, the memory has a way of healing things. But for those memories that are still painful, strive to forgive. And may God heal our wounded memories and mend our broken hearts. May the Shepherd of souls refresh and bless us. May the Lord's great love renew our hope and our faithfulness each and every morning. I now invite a close friend of Sergeant Cook, Kevin Wynn, to share some of his memories and personal reflections of Sergeant Cook, followed by a eulogy from Sergeant Major Ford. Thank you.
Oh man, there's a lot of you guys. Alright. Greetings, everyone. My name is Kevin Wynn, and I served with Sergeant Cook at his first unit out here in Okinawa. We serve at Electronics Maintenance Company, or Tomoko, down on Camp Kinzer. So I'll do my best not to drag this out, but the world has lost a fine person. Probably one of the most genuine people I've ever met. The Marine Corps has lost an exemplary Marine. And we all have lost a friend, a brother, and a mentor. When I met Sergeant Cook, he was just Lance Corporal. He had just came to Tomoko. His eyes were shining, and he had this look on him that said, "I am hungry." Right? His hunger for knowledge and progression astounded me, because at that time I was a corporal. And the one thing that he asked me, well, let me start with this. He never asked, what is the fastest way to get promoted? What he asked me was, what can I learn to be a better Marine and a better leader from where I am now? And under the guidance of Sergeant Vasquez, he took all of Sergeant Vasquez's knowledge on leadership, maintenance, and among other things about being a good man. And he took those and molded it into his own. Which is absurd to me, because he took this and in just 3.5 years, he went from a Lance Corporal to a meritorious Corporal to a meritorious Sergeant. That alone speaks volumes of his character and who he was. It showed his dedication to his duty, it showed his loyalty to his friends, and it showed his family that he was willing to persevere through all the hardship that the Marine Corps may or may not put him through to get to where he was. He came to me as a junior Marine looking for guidance. But through his progression, he became not only a peer, but he also became one of my mentors. This man was mature beyond his age, well beyond his age. And it did not help that he did have a balding spot, whether he wanted to admit it or not. But his accomplishments didn't stop at just the company. He made impacts at the battalion level, on the Camp Kinzer level, because he helped with the SMP more times than anyone else can care to say. He would spend countless hours volunteering at the SMP. He would go out and clean the camp. He would go out and volunteer at children's centers. And that alone speaks volumes of his character as well. He guided so many young single Marines to come join him on adventures in the SMP. And when he finally got his motorcycle license, he took strangers under his wing. He may have been a newer rider out here, but that didn't matter. What mattered to Sergeant Cook was that he took people with him to experience life. He wanted to make sure that everyone understood the meaning of life and that you don't have a second chance. You only have the moment that you are in now. Whether it be through the SMP, taking them on the Forest Adventure Park, going as it's going to be your last. Sergeant Cook lived this at all times. So Marines, sailors, airmen, friends alike, I challenge you to be like Sergeant Cook and to live your life to the fullest. He may be gone. But the one thing that we can say about him for sure is that at least he was able to go out doing something that he loved, something that he was passionate about. He rode his bike that day. He wasn't worried about, maybe my gas might run out, maybe something might happen. He was focused on the present and enjoying his time. That night, he had actually invited myself and a few other people to go riding with him. And I'm sad to have been one of those that turned it down that night. But he still went because he loved riding. He had a passion for riding, just like his father does with some of his family. Do not be sad for long. Enjoy your lives and be merry so that he may live through our actions. I challenge you to share positivity as he did and go out there. Invite a stranger to hang out with you. Take a new Marine under your wing and show them your favorite ramen spot. Take them to the beach that maybe no one else has seen before. But make sure that you're being safe about it, but you guys are living to the best of your abilities. Experience joy with them and make them your friends. At this point, I would like to ask everyone to put a hand up, please. This is something that I've done multiple times whenever I've had someone close to me pass away. I want all of you to reach as high as you can, and I want you to close your fist. What you just did was grab a piece of that person who's no longer here, put that on your heart. You now have a piece of them. They will now live vicariously through you. All of your actions from here forward, whether it be the sad times, whether it be the good times, he will be with you to share that moment with you. He will help you through the sad, and he will enjoy the good with you. Thank you.
The smirk he has every time that he's seen or heard or admired or idolized a motorcycle riding by, or even coming home or leaving out for work the next day. As he grew, he started to develop those characteristics that I believe the good Lord gave him, and he started to hone them and mature them until he actually got to Okinawa High School throughout his tenure there. Now, little known fact that you may or may not have known, he had a very, very, very deep passion for music. It stemmed from high school, where he was in a band. Now I know what you're thinking, right? Hey, he's a band, he's probably a sucker. I wouldn't go that far, right? He's the individual that'll give you the shirt off his back, but he's also the individual that will probably punch you out because he loved you that much to make sure you don't do anything to hurt yourself. Think about that. The legacy in high school that he started to build and he started to hone. I can almost imagine him right now playing the trombone, right? But that's what he played, right? I can almost see him inside of the school in the classes when things are just down and out, and he just needed to mix it up a little bit. He's probably playing something like VeggieTales or something, just roam. You know what I mean? Just to lighten the mood up a little bit. I can almost see him in his high school homecoming game especially as a senior. The energy that he has, right? Especially as a senior, the energy that he has is probably one of the most energetic individuals that they probably encounter. I don't know if y'all know any of his songs, right? But I can just see him sitting in the stands as seniors, antagonizing another group, the rival team across the way, and all of a sudden just break out in the song like, well, I'm gonna take my horse in the uptown road, I'm gonna ride. I don't know if y'all know that song, y'all probably know that song. But I can see him doing that. Why? Because he was the life, he was the energy, he was the synergy of the environment that he put himself in. After he graduated high school in May of 2015, he made an important decision, which I imagine some people, just like many of us, when we told them that we decided to do something interesting, like talk to a Marine Corps recruiter, I can only imagine the information and feedback that he got from that. Probably went something along the lines of, "You out of your mind." Flip it, it's the word, you're absolutely right. But not only did he speak to a Marine Corps recruiter, but he actually accepted a challenge to earn the title to become a United States Marine. He joined the Marine Corps in July of 2015. Shortly after that, he went to Marine Corps recruit training at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island, South Carolina. Some argue that's where real Marines are made. Where real Marines are made. Real Marines are made. Some argue not. But he graduated in October 2016. After completion of recruit training, I can only imagine him at a working party at Marine Combat Training and then following on to complete his MOS school, which is the Military Occupational Specialty at the Marine Corps Communications and Electronics School. I can see him being the life of the class. I can see him being hungry for knowledge, because that's the type of driven individual that he is. Now, when he was in his primary MOS school, upon completion, he earned his MOS, which is a 2847, which is the Marine Ground Electronics, Telecommunications, and Information Technology Systems Maintainer. That's a mouthful. Say that 5 times fast, right? We think about that title, think about that billet, think about the responsibility that he had, that he took passion in, and that he excelled in. After graduating, moving on, he reported to Okinawa to his first duty station, which is 3rd Maintenance Battalion, Combat Logistics Regiment 35. And that's a 3rd Marine Logistics Group, where he worked at a makeup. And ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, he came and he hit the ground running. He came and he hit the ground freaking running. Thirsty for knowledge. Thirsty to want to be better himself, better those around him. He was very fortunate. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor, a pleasure to be here, to stand in front of you today, to present to you the legacy of Sergeant Isaac Cook. A little homework in closing. If I had an opportunity to name every characteristic that I could that would define him, if I could make a clone of him legally, what would I add? And I wrote it down. This is my only note. And here it is. Honesty, bravery, compassion, hardworking, humble, loyal, gentle, yet relentless, joyful, imaginative, patriotic, adventurous, courageous, curious, competent, confident, and enthusiastic as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my distinct pleasure to present to you the legacy of Sergeant Isaac Cook. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commanding officer of Marine Air Support Squadron 2, Lieutenant Colonel Justin M. Sanders.
Yeah, man, you were not lying. It's a pretty full house here today. Colonel Smith, Colonel Geis, Captain Sanford, Sergeant Major Rodriguez, Sergeant Major Hill, fellow commanders, Sergeants Major, Master Gunnery Sergeant. Call the roll. Aye, sir. Corporal Clark.
Present.
Gunnery Sergeant Everball.
Present.
Corporal Goins.
Present.
Sergeant
concludes our memorial service. You are invited to come forward to offer your personal prayer. Thank you all for attention.
You may exit or stay at your leisure. If you come up the stage to pay your respects or to say a prayer or just to pause, reflection, please be careful coming up the stairs because they're a little narrow and twisty. There will be food at barracks 415 at 1600 today. Is that correct? 1600 today. So you're invited to join us in that as well. Thank you.
That's the end of the funeral for the Isaac. Literally the hardest part for me of that funeral was at the end for the pictures, and at the end calling his name. That really got to me. So I mean, don't take life for granted. As they say, live it to the fullest. You never know when something may happen, so don't wait. You got a chance, do it. Do whatever you got to do. But Isaac, you'll be missed, man. Shit. Hopefully your family, I send my condolences out to your family. And bro, as I said, you will be greatly missed here, and we will still ride with your name, bro. That's it, man. I can't do that. I mean, that's it. Good morning, another day, and today this is Isaac's memorial ride to Hamahiga Island. So right now I'm gonna head over to Legion Gate outside of Foster, and that's where everyone's meeting. Then we're gonna ride to Hamahiga Island. My goodness. And yeah. So Japanese guy was coming, I'm guessing, down this hill and did not know that there was a stop. And look at how thick, like this is a thick piece of brick.
That's pieces of wheel.
Yeah.
That's piece of wheels.
Oh my God.
He went full bore into that thing.
That's-
And you got pieces up there too. God bless.
Goodness. Like you had to hit that super hard to like break this clean. That's a clean break. That's not like
Rim, yeah. Well,
oh no, that's half of the brick.
it
Oh,
staggers, but
yeah, that's half a brick.
that's Hulk smash, man.
God damn. Right now we're gonna, that's the balloon that we're gonna let go. That's for him. Not where we lining up at, but just
Oh, I don't see it.
You know Gil Gonzalez? Should be his brother, man.
so right now we're passing the balloon. And I think at the very end we're gonna let it go. Everybody get a touch.